Hi, I'm Todd Cook, Solutions Architect for ShoreTel. ShoreTel Connect delivers a better, more natural way to collaborate that keeps your teams engaged with each other internally and with your customers and partners externally. The secret to frictionless and intuitive communication is the ShoreTel Connect user app, which manages the call handling and collaboration tools for your employees and for their contacts. We call it the ShoreTel Connect experience, and it's a sea change in unified communications. Simple, easy, intuitive, and powerful. The sleek interface integrates ShoreTel call handling preferences, messaging, call records, voicemail, and collaboration event scheduling with Active Directory, Outlook, and popular ICS calendars like Google. You can easily organize people by favorites and groups, see all your recent communications with those people, track past and future events and conversations, and best of all, every communication tool is at your fingertips. With one click, easily escalate a conversation from instant messaging to a voice call, add a participant, to an online meeting, to a web desktop share. Let me show you how you set up a phone or collaborative meeting. This is the Connect client. As you can see here, I've got green next to my name, which means I'm available to take calls, and I can easily change my call state to options like in a meeting, on vacation. Other folks in the organization can see my call handling state and react accordingly. I have people underneath here. These can be groups of people that I work with. In my real life, I collaborate with a lot of salespeople, so I've got all the salespeople in my region that I often connect with, and I can at one click instant message everybody if I need to get a collaborative answer. Underneath that, you see recent events. So this may be all my interactions, which might be collaborative sessions or instant messaging or voicemails from an individual person. Below that, I can see events. This is an integration with my calendar that shows upcoming events, so I can easily one-touch join meetings or conference calls. And below that, I'm actually a member of a work group, which is a bit of an informal call center capability that's built into the ShoreTel platform that allows me as an agent to log in, log out to take calls and queue calls up. And below that, under conversations, I can see recent conversations and interactions. So let me start by sending a message to Susan, one of the people in my team. So I can get to her a number of different ways. For starters, I can just start to type in Susan. You can see Susan's name come up, or I could type her last name, or I could type her company name. This also integrates in with my Outlook contacts, by the way, to make it brilliantly simple to be able to communicate with folks. Since she's in my groups, let me do it that way. I click on my people. There she is, Susan. Click on her name, and notice how the client begins to extend out. So it's not taking up so much room on my desktop unless I'm actually in there working with it. I see she's there. I can see she's available. Let me send her a quick instant message. Hi, Susan. Are you around? Busy? Collapses back down now that that extra pane isn't needed. While I'm waiting for her to respond, see here in my interaction tab, I can see everything, just calls I've had with Susan, voicemails or messages. In one location makes it very easy for me to see all the interactions that I might have with a specific person. There she is. I got a nice pop-up. She's here. She's good. How can I help? I've been working on this PowerPoint. I want her to be able to give me some insight into it or give me her 2 cents. I think it's actually probably better if I just do that via a voice call. So let me give you a quick call, ... And as simply as clicking on the phone icon, my phone goes to speaker, her phone's ringing on the other end.
Hey, Todd.
Hi, Susan. I was hoping you might have a minute to take a look at this PowerPoint I've been working on.
Yeah, that's the one about the data center. You know what, we should have Pierre. I don't want to look at it without his seeing it.
You know what, you're totally right. Give me just a minute, let me bring him on. Also brilliantly simple, so I simply click on the icon here to add a participant. If I know his number, I can put it in. Simply type in his name. Makes it, again, very simple. And you see, as soon as I start typing that name, I see a list of all the P's, the I's, the ER, and it starts to collapse down as I start to focus in on the name. And I can also see his presence instantly, so I can see if he's available before I even waste the time potentially to call him if he's not. And I want to do a consultative call with him, which lets me ask him first if it's okay.
Good afternoon, this is Pierre.
Hi there. Hey, do you mind if I conference you in with Susan to take a look at? Perfect. I'd like to have you guys take a look at this presentation. Give me just a minute, and I simply click on the button, and I bring him into the call. I can also have these same sort of interactions from my desk phone if I wanted to. This just makes it super easy because I spend most of my time here rather than on the phone. I can see I'm in a conference with 2 calls. If I hit the show button, I can see all the members of the calls. I could drop an individual potentially if I needed to. It makes it very easy and intuitive to see who's in those calls. Pierre, are you guys all there?
Yeah, I was going to say, Pierre, we want to show you a slide. Todd's going to bring something up.
Oh, that sounds good.
Perfect. So let me escalate this to a collaborative call. And to do that, I simply click on the collaboration. I'm going to choose full screen. I'm now sharing my screen. Let me start that sharing. All right. Are you guys able to see the slide deck I've been working on? You should see the data center.
Yeah, I do.
I can see it as well.
Perfect. How's that look to you guys?
I think you need to emphasize the data center more. Put a highlight on it.
You got it. I'll do that. That's all I needed. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
So that was an example of how easy it is to collaborate inside the organization. But what if I wanted that PowerPoint to be used as a webinar for folks outside of my organization? Let me send a quick invite. I'll show you just how easy that is. Simply go to Events. I click on New Event. Opens up into this next tab. I give this meeting a name. I'm going to call it Data Center Overview. Pick a start and an end time. Give it a 1-hour time frame occurring one time. If it was occurring on site, I could put that in here as well. It's a collaborative session. I like this part a lot, this agenda. I can start to enter in agenda items based on the time frame that I selected. So in this case, I'll enter in intros for 10 minutes. Presentation for 40 minutes. And summary for 10 minutes. Not only will the people that receive my invitation now have a really good idea of what the time frame's like for this presentation, but when I give the webinar, I'll see a moving timeline so that I can keep myself on track, which is really helpful. Simply create the event invite. You notice there's some other data underneath there. I could have integrated some files in with Dropbox. I could have changed some of the parameters of what happens when people enter and exit the conference, but for the sake of the demonstration, I create that invite. It will automatically populate that into an Outlook invite that I can simply send out. Notice here, all the people that were in my group sends that information out automatically. I've got the title here as the data center overview, the start and stop times. Simple one-touch click to join the collaborative session. So this is a big differentiator for ShoreTel. I'm sure all of you have gotten message invitations for webinars where you have to download a little client. I know my taskbars are kind of littered with these kind of one-offs. Our client doesn't require any downloads for the external participants, so it's all done in a web browser, which makes it, again, kind of brilliantly simple both for those people on their end and for me to send out the invitations. So if this all looks good, send the update, and I'm done. And that information now lives inside my client as well as inside Outlook so that I can quickly and easily, when it's time to start this event, I can simply click the join button and another click of the button to start the presentation. Super easy, super simple. In fact, there's my screen pop reminding me that I've got this event coming up at 4:30. So there it is, brilliantly simple interface that lets you communicate with whom you want, when you want, how you want, on any device that you want. ShoreTel Connect.